It's me, Fernando, and Yvonne, sharing knowledge and evolving the world. So, Yvonne, I'm going to ask you the first question.
Yes, I'm curious.
Which 2 or 3 main things should people know about Yvonne?
Yeah, I call myself an idea realist.
Okay.
Because I love to transfer ideas into action, and I think so are you. Realize ideas is just, yeah, a fable, a hobby. Some say I'm crazy about it. Depends on the worldview, but I really, really love it. What else is important about Yvonne? Yeah, my motto is evolve. And I love it that in the word evolve, if you put a mirror to it, love is in it.
Okay, yes.
Also evolve love, yeah. And also in business, that's very important to me. Do business not as usual. And yeah, what else? I think I'm an optimist.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes too much even. But I'm living very, it's better to live with it, yeah. So the same shit happens, but if you're an optimist, yeah, it's always better.
Yes.
Yeah, you can even
agree.
You can fertilize the shit. So
yeah. That's so nice. That's so nice. And how did you start in this NLP coaching human people world?
Oh, Fernando, that's such a long time ago. Because I always had a newspaper that's called Psychology Today, and there was an article about NLP that was long before internet. And I was fascinated, although this article was not good at all about NLP. You know, they said it's evil and it doesn't work, yeah, and not scientific, and all this, yeah, we commonly know. And I was curious, and all they complained about, I thought, oh, that's great. And so I read the first books. And the first book was The Structure of Magic from Richard Bandler.
Okay.
And I read it in Thailand. I will never forget, at the beach. And somebody said, how can you read this book? I just loved it, really loved it.
Yeah.
Fell into it, and then I looked up, yeah, where can I do this education? Yeah, and those days it was not so easy, so I called to America at those days and landed at John Laval's phone.
Okay.
And he said, "Oh, sorry, this year we don't have any NLP. We only have DAG." And I said, "What?" No idea what's this. Yeah. And so I started up to learn NLP in Austria, and there have only been very few institutes. And since then, and to find NLP was something to me that was like coming home.
Okay. Okay.
It's weird. Something that I found so familiar, and so that I was able to explain myself to me
Okay.
and others. And so I really got into it, yeah. And I knew from the beginning, my first call in Austria to an institute was, what do I have to do to be able to teach it? And they asked, yeah, do you, which seminars did you attend? I said, none.
I read a book.
Yeah, I read a book and read an article, and it was absolutely clear I need to do this, yeah. And I started the last century with doing NLP educations, and did not stop until now. And I'm so grateful to all the developers and creators of NLP. And before that, yeah, I was into, when I was very, very young, 19 or something like this, my mental teacher was Chidu Krishnamurti. Spiritual teacher, yeah, and I still appreciate very much, yeah, because he said, for example, truth is a pathless land, and he had a big order of the Star of the East, and he canceled it. I said, no, that's not the way. Yeah, everybody should find his own way. And so it was just clear that I landed up at NLP. And for me, it is so generative. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because only due to NLP, I could develop my compass. Yeah. And
Okay.
without it, I never would have made it. Yeah. And perceived it.
No
Yeah.
way. That's so nice.
Yeah. But Fernando, I would like to ask you, what should the people know about Fernando?
What should people know about Fernando? I think I'm going to use some words that you used. I think why do I exist in this world of NLP and coaching is to bring the hard world and the soft world together. I study business. I worked in big corporations, in sales, like number. And then suddenly I started to love this emotional, mental spaces, spiritual stuff. And I think my main purpose, or something that I love, is bring the emotional world to the more, I don't know, it's material, numerical world, and the numerical people to this emotional world, to make them learn, like learn from the opposites, to grow, to evolve, and to make a better world. That's, I think, one of the main things they should know about me. I'm a very positive person as well, but a very, this translation stuff is not so easy for me. I always want more from people and from myself, because I think that's the main thing of evolving. Like, be happy with what you have, but it's not sufficient. You have to always evolve yourself and help people to evolve. And I'm a very happy person. Very happy person. I wrote a book about happiness, about my experiences, and breaking paths. Like, don't follow the straight line. There are millions of lines. Choose whatever is better for you and go forward. So yeah, maybe that's interesting to know about.
Beautiful. And I saw your profile picture on WhatsApp. Yeah.
Okay.
I was smiling. Yeah. Because one metaphor for life for me is this. See it? This eye.
Yes. Okay. Horus eyes? No.
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
It accompanies me since I was a child. Yeah. I always
Okay.
the eyes. Yeah. And for me, it's the life is the white light from this fake sun up there.
Okay.
And I break the white light, yeah, into the colors, yeah, in the spectrum of the colors,
Of course.
also for the compass, and that's also part of the compass too, yeah. So it's kind of a translational tool within one language, even, yeah. So and the connection of the creation, or I call it big idea.
Yeah. Okay.
The big idea, yeah, and just all the aspects, and also bring them together. So I was so much for looking forward to this talk, and curious where we will evolve, how this talk will evolve.
Yeah. So nice. One more question to me. Anything you want.
Anything I want. The most important tip you have, what can every single person contribute to evolving the world?
Okay. I said any question, not the toughest question you could imagine. Okay. I think that I'm going to do 2 tips, or the first part that brings to the tip. I think not evolving is something that is against humankind. So
Nature, even.
from nature. So if you're a human, or you're part of nature,
Fernando?
even if you're a rock, I'm not sure any rocks are listening to this webinar. Involvement or putting brakes to involvement. So get into this. I'm not sure if the internet is working. I think we're having our first.
Very disturbed.
Okay.
The last sentence.
We're back.
Again, the last sentences, yeah.
Okay, so everything is evolving constantly, and we have to realize that we can be part of it, or we can be not even against it, but because it's going to evolve. But we're not gonna keep the flow as it should be. So we have to realize that we're all part of this evolving world. And then how can you, from where you are and what you are, can contribute to this and say, okay, I'm going to put this brick in the wall and I'm going to make this brick be the best brick I can make. And you're being a main character in this evolving world. So I think that's the deepest purpose of everybody, to be a brick in this huge wall of evolving that we are building.
Beautiful, yeah. Mm.
Very nice. What do you think?
First, I think it's a great question, yeah. Because we made this question beforehand, yeah. and also for me at the moment, yeah. Also, if you look at the world, so many people are looking for a savior, yeah. Whether it is a politician or something else, yeah. And I don't think that nature doesn't work this way, yeah. So I think that if I could invent a healthy virus,
okay,
a healthy virus, I would invent a virus that gives the people the ability to really feel the connection to the big idea. Call it nature, call it consciousness, call it somewhat, it doesn't matter, but to feel the connection of the big idea. And then we are at this point, what you said, yeah, that everyone, it's natural to evolve. Every plant, every seed tends to do everything to develop their potential, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes even not to the best of my terrace.
Okay.
Even between the stones, yeah, they look for a way to grow, yeah. And I think that's a very principal theme, yeah, and it's in us that we evolve, and everybody does what's able, that we are evolving, and also for the global society, yeah, it's evolving. And the direction for me is first, develop the yes to yourself, and realize that you are a miracle, a wonder, yeah. Just realize you are. That's a fact, yeah. And the world would not be the same without you, without any single person on the planet, yeah. So everyone is changing the world, yeah. And that's a simple fact. That's not something mysterious or something like this, but it's a fact. And so I really would wish that everybody would feel this connection to the big idea, and evolving the yes to yourself, and also to your flaws and your craziness or whatever, yeah. Just appreciate yourself, yeah, and others, and evolve the yes to the big idea, and walk through life with amazement. I don't know if it's the right word.
Yeah.
Just be amazed by a flower, be amazed by a person. I'm so amazed by getting to know you, yeah. and also the similarities of the ideas that are emerging, yeah. That's just beautiful, yeah. Amazing. So I think this would change so much, yeah, if the person would, every person would feel this connection. And this small outside virus that's spreading around and shaking all the world, yeah. So if such a small virus can shake the world, yes, and it could show us that, hey, we are not separated, we are connected, all of us, and a country border could not split us, yeah. there were trials to do so, but doesn't work. That's not nature. Yeah, it's to collaborate, to work together, and to evolve together. Yeah, and grow together. So that is, yeah, long answer.
No, it's amazing answer. And I was thinking, because say yes to yourself, like acceptance.
Yeah.
And I think next step is thank for that. Like, I'm a privileged being, cell, I don't know, in all this massive thing. So if God, the universe, the energy, consciousness made me be here, there has to be a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yeah, there is a reason. Yeah, and also, I think a rule I have in my seminars is compare yourself to others only in a way that both of you shine even more.
So nice.
And also the second part of it is compare yourself with yourself only in a way that you shine even more. So because I think that's also about evolving, yeah, and also to because there are so many people and they are so strict to themselves and so cruel, obviously almost cruel to themselves. So if someone who listens to this talk just takes these 2 sentences, yeah, compare yourself with others in a way that both of you shine even more, and compare yourself with yourself in a way that you shine even more, that's great. Yeah, and because yeah, it's not so common. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like having this win-win mindset.
Yeah.
All around, not only in business, not only in transactions,
all
but
around. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, all around. So nice. And I'm amazed of what we're doing in We Evolve, in ICI, in IN, like all these master trainers that have so much knowledge and putting it up together. And even though sometimes somebody says something and the other person doesn't agree, and we have all this different points of view, but that's what makes everything shine more, like you say.
Yes, and I think that really, for me, it's just wonderful. What's only at the beginning and evolving more and more and more. Yeah, that all these brilliant minds, yeah, and hearts, also hearts, yeah, because working together and are they live this, yeah, they live. Compare yourself with others in a way that we shine even more, yeah, and together, all of us together, we have such a beautiful impact, yeah. It's I always have this picture of if you throw a small stone in a lake, yeah, these ripples that spread and spread, yeah, and we are like this, yeah, and it multiplies all the beautiful ideas of.
Beautiful. And from you and from Austria, what do you think would be the most important thing that you could, like, this is our brick, and put it into the world?
Of Austria?
Of you as representative of Austria.
Okay. I think wow, tough question. I need to look back, yeah, and I think for many people I used to train, and this really have been a lot, yeah. I'm kind of a healthy virus.
Okay.
And I spread good vibes and good feelings, yeah. And I think an achievement I'm really proud of is, for example, that that it's years ago, but it just came into my mind, was that NLP is taught at a university for teachers. And I really was so happy about it, yeah, because NLP had not that good a reputation at the business societies, yeah. And they said, Yvonne, we know you, and we would like you to teach NLP to teachers. And this was something that I love, yeah. And I also love that due to my compass, I'm using in most of the business trainings and also in all other trainings, that people get curious for NLP, because all of the NLP ABC, let's call it this way, is in the compass. It's there.
Okay.
Yeah, and they see, oh, that's something beautiful. And I think I always made a contribution also to the good reputation of NLP, that the ethical, part, because of course you can use it in another way, and for me the ethics is the most important in dealing with it, and this is why I also appreciate so much the Ian, like Carl, what Carl did contribute to all of us, and the world, that's just beautiful. And it's funny because I'm really struggling with this question, because I never experienced my ideas for Austria from the beginning. Even from the beginning, it was always wider, and there were always people from all the German-speaking area, and due to internet now, this can also be wider, and that's beautiful. I think there are big advantages in it.
Yes, amazing. And I'm surprised how, because we're like 16,000 kilometers apart, and here we are.
Here we are, and
here we are.
Know each other even better, and it's beautiful. It's really very nice.
Yes, one of the little things to be thankful about all this weird year.
And very we are cool, again at the polarity, like internet, is neither positive nor negative. It depends on what you do out of or make out of it. And this is also with my compass, that compass needs poles. Without it would not work. So, and for me, the poles are the feelings.
Okay. The duality of one and the other. Do you think it's like polarity, or it's the gray between duality. Polarities?
I don't know. Is it duality or a pole?
Yeah.
The both sides.
The both sides. Yeah. And is it possible to go to one of the sides, or are you always in a gray area somewhere in between?
Oh, I think everything is possible. Everything.
Okay.
Like I did thousands of compass analysis for people and for corporations. And there is nothing that's not possible. It can be that you are absolutely on one side, on let's say from the compass to the east or to the west, and you can be in between. It's the same as with the meta programs, that are of course in the compass also.
In the compass.
So it might vary, and it can also shift from context to context, of course, So in business might be different than in personal life or in love, So it's really, everything is possible, and also it's nothing that's static, but it's also evolving,
Okay. So I'm gonna make you a question that maybe it's falling by its own weight. What is the compass?
Thank you.
Thank you.
How long are we talking about it that we need to have a talk about the compass? About your tools.
Yes.
The compass, I developed it out of my fable and also craziness, of realizing ideas. For me, it's the circle of ideas from the very beginning, when you start to collect a lot of information, until, oh my God, it's hard with the sight. Until to get ideas realized, that's a long way, and also to evaluate it and to optimize an idea. Oh, I hope the internet. Did you hear the last sentence?
It's fine. It's fine. Yes, everything.
So it's a circle of ideas. That's one thing. But I love to work in layers. As you do. I see from your compass profile. So it's also a translational tool between one language. So because there are people that are talking south and the other one is talking north, that's a big variety. And it's for me, it's also a big metaphor. Yeah, like if I say to someone, there are people that are talking south and the other one is talking north, they know what it means without knowing the compass. And also very important for me is with this metaphor of the compass I used, that shows every direction is needed. There is no better way or worse way, but every connection is just needed for, to develop an idea, to develop yourself, to develop your corporation. So the compass is a big tool to show the potential of yourself, of groups, corporations, and yeah, many applications. And it, like what's back here is the group analysis of our master trainers. Yeah, when we had our meeting, and it shows exactly where we are saying, yes, that's great, let's do it. Like we are very good at collecting ideas, of course, yeah, at creating ideas. That's this big bubble here, yeah. We are very keen on it, yeah. That kind of lifts us up, yeah, and gives us power. Also, the smaller part here, yeah, this we are also good at making a project out of an idea. That means we say, okay, we are here, we want to go there. What are the milestones, yeah? What we don't like, yeah, is to have this down here, the north, to make this small lists and find a small structure. That's not our stuff, yeah. But we are also good at promoting ideas, yeah, to bring them outside and to organize ideas. This is only a small part of the group, yeah, not but I think in general representative. Organizing an idea is another part, yeah, we need to take care of to get ideas done. That's realizing idea, and then we need to evaluate it, what worked, what did not work, so that this idea can evolve, yeah. It's here, yeah. And so you can see at one glance, yeah, where is the leverage for development for our group, yeah. And you need to have need to be very familiar with the compass, and I didn't want to develop psychological personality analysis or something like this, not at all, yeah. Also, I want you to develop something that gives you the ability to train your inner compass. So it's also for me a tool to train your intuition, yeah, really, so that you have feedback loops and can evolve your intuition also, yeah. Because that is something I was, when I was very young, sometimes I didn't understand myself because I knew things. I didn't know how did I get to it. Whether this was in maths, yeah, because I loved maths. And, but I knew that's correct, but I was too fast to be able to understand what I did. Yeah. Also, I was always very good at realizing ideas. And if somebody asked me, how did you do it? I said, it happened. No idea. And this is why, yeah, I developed the compass, because due to NLP, I had the ability to find a deep structure of it. And it's used for, yeah, like now I'm building a new business again with another idea. And I use the compass. It's always in my mind, yeah. And I say, okay, also to give the tasks to people. It's also good for recruiting, of course, yeah. If you see people, and now, you know, it's only these 4 questions. So because I worked years that these 4 questions are precise to get the result. And because then the people don't think so much, yeah, they don't think. And for a job interview, for example, yeah, many times people answer in a way they think, my boss wants me to answer this way, or he wants me to be like this. So for me, the most important part is to, if I train people with the compass, is they don't need these questions at all, but from the non-verbal, they get, yeah, what's the course of this person, yeah. And that's, yeah, and all of the NLP ABC is in it. And the fields of using it are endless, and there are very many variations of the compass, for example, on the topics like how you learn, yeah, learning, on topics like for people that are very sporty, like none my business, but but for how to motivate, yeah, people in sports, yeah, because it's so important to find out, yeah, what's what are the parts this person says yes to and no, yeah, and so you see it at a glance, yeah. And also there are mutations on, for example, marketing, yeah, sales,
Okay.
leadership, and everything, yeah.
And that's the compass of a few of the trainers, right?
Yeah.
And you said that there's more, I don't know, energy in some stuff and less energy in the other. What do you do with the part where there's less energy? Like, do you want to switch it, or it depends, or do you want to delegate it?
The first and the most important part is to be conscious about it, yeah.
Okay.
You need it, because if we in our group, of course, the consciousness is very high. That's beautiful, yeah. And also you see there's a lot of you know, the colors are the graves levels, you know.
Okay.
And so there are many of us that can shift the colors, yeah. They are like this or
Okay.
they can shift the colors, and that's beautiful, but it needs the awareness, yeah. So also we are extraordinary optional, yeah. We like options a lot, yeah. And so if you see it, it's also important to see how do I bring all these options together. And if I just explain people, yeah, what could be traps on the way, yeah, and what's necessary, like a software that's not too northern yet not too blue, because we would get annoyed with it, yeah. But we need a software that's easy, like Zoom or the Facebook group, yeah, where everybody can contribute in a fast way. But if we would need to fill out lists every day, many of us would say, no thanks, that's not mine, yeah. So you need to find structures, yeah. That the down part of the compass is about structures also. And they can be very rigid and small, and this group can stand it, yeah. It needs wide structures, yeah, that gives you free space, because every one of us is very individual, of course, yeah. And to bring all of this together, yeah, first is the awareness, then use the tools, or sit people in a position where they love to do this, yeah, if it's possible. It's not always possible, but if it's possible, find people that are there. And also if there are for example, conflicts in a team, yeah, with the metaphor of the compass, they realize, hey, it's not about me.
Of course.
Just we have different ways of approaching things, yeah. And it raises the appreciation of the differences.
Yeah.
That's also
Empathy.
a core Anliegen, oh, I don't know the word, yeah, a core goal of mine, yeah, that to appreciate the differences and the variations, yeah, like you said already, yeah. That's just beautiful, yeah, that we just see, okay, this person, yeah, like if somebody is at the West and has a lot of power and says, this is the way, go this way, yeah, and somebody is at the East and says, he's so tough, I don't know how to deal with it, yeah, and he's not liking me. So with this metaphor, yeah, and I love it. If I have team buildings, yeah, with this tool, and
Yes.
they in a circle, and I have cards, and they read what's on the card, and they need to laugh, yeah, because it's exactly him, yeah. Humor is so healing, yeah. So and if they can laugh the first time for a problem that until then was a problem, and they see it's not personal, yeah, it's just he's different, and also appreciation is different, yeah. Like Western appreciation is well done, Tim, and Eastern appreciation is I'm so happy that you're in the team, and what would you do without you? And so different, yeah.
Yeah.
And to appreciate this colorfulness, yeah, that's very obvious hidden goal between all I'm doing.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I don't know if this is a good question, but I'm gonna make it. Maybe you remember one situation, one example where somebody discovered something great or did something great with Compass, like big wow moment.
Oh, there are so many. One was that immediately was there was a woman in the seminar, and she was sitting like, eyes wide open, mouth wide open, and said, oh my God, yeah. Now I realize, because there is a saying, treat others in a way that you want to be treated. It's a saying, I don't know if it's also in Peru,
Yes,
but
yes.
yeah, it is. And she realized, and she said, that's pure bullshit. You are absolutely right. Yeah. And she was like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like if I treat, yeah, if I'm, for example, yeah, at the South, and I love to give the people the overview, yeah, and my boss is North,
Okay.
and I give him the overview and don't annoy him with the small details, yeah, because it's right for me. But my boss is at the North, and he loves small details, and he needs Excel files, yeah, with all the data. Otherwise, he feels not appreciated, yeah. She said, oh my God, that was my mistake with my boss, yeah. And this was such a huge impact for her on her life, even, yeah. And also, all of the trainers that train with the Compass now, yeah, the feedbacks they are giving, that's just beautiful. Whether it's a team building or if they are trainers who train athletes, yeah, and they say, wow, this trainer finally realized why he wasn't able to approach this athlete, yeah, because he thinks, yeah, he needs to push him and he tried to motivate him with Western and Northwestern tools, but this guy was East Southeast, so it's totally opposite, yeah. And you won't motivate this person. It's just not natural to this person, yeah. And he shrank, yeah, and his achievements were less and less and less, and not better and better, yeah. So there are, yeah, many.
A lot.
Thank you.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
How do you see the connection to your thinking styles assessment? There was an interview with Carl and you, yeah, where I unfortunately was sick. And
yes.
How do you see the connection
yeah, so
between the Compass and thinking styles assessment?
I'm like amazed, because when you told me about Compass, it was for me just like a word in English, didn't look into the word. And then, compass, I know what a compass is. And compass has north, south, east, west, etc. And my thinking styles assessment has north, south, east, west, northeast. So it's like, oh my God, how can this be possible? Like, there are 200 trainers. We are talking here today. You're talking about compass. My thinking, it's like the same coordinates. just simply each coordinate doesn't have the same definition. So I'm writing here, you know, you're not going to see it, but putting your coordinates into my coordinates, like to make the mix.
I love it. Oh, Fernando?
I just find it.
I didn't get the last sentence. It was like in the
loop. No, I just think it's amazing. Like what you were saying, it's all one thing. It's not that we're divided. It's all unity.
And also what I so like about the conference, it makes people think, and I want you to develop a macro strategy where you can fit in everything. Yeah, like at the moment, a Chinese friend of mine is working with a special Chinese spiritual theme. I don't know the word for it. Yeah, to put it in the compass. Yeah, because she said, oh, that's fitting. Yeah. And there is so much in it, yeah, like the graceful NLP, also the archetypes and loads of things you could put in.
Yeah.
We should have a look at how to combine it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And well, yeah, my thinking styles assessment, or in Spanish I call it being assessment.
Yeah.
I also work with the archetypes. I also work with meta programs. I work with neurologic levels. I don't know if it's said like that in English.
It's every single direction in the compass when I began was all logical levels.
Okay. Amazing. And yeah, well, my assessment is much more longer. It has like 68 questions. It uses hypnotic language as well for some purposes. And it measures how was your mindset when you were growing up until 16 years old. Then it measures how's your mindset in work, how's your mindset in your personal place, that's how I call it, and then your beliefs, superficial beliefs and more deep beliefs. And it makes a mixture, an analysis, and all what you said the same. Amazing. I'm just amazed.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And and those wow moments, it's amazing. Once I remembered a very big international telecommunication company hired us jamming to make coaching, and I was giving the feedback to this high executive vice president of IT, and I was explaining like your team and I don't know what, blah, blah, blah. And he stand up and said, wait, stop. Came into the projection and said, now I know why am I getting divorced. And I said, what? We're talking about something else. Come on. And yeah, and I saved that marriage. They still got divorced 4 years later, but they were getting divorced that day. And just being aware, like you said, being aware of the differences, but that at the end we're the same, made him look things another way and solve the problem another way.
So beautiful, yeah. And like you said, with this example you just told, reminds me of a situation where I used to train for 14 years, all of the employees of a bank, yeah, from the beginner till the very big boss, yeah. And they called me and said, Yvonne, we are having a problem with a guy you said is very good, and it doesn't work at all, yeah. And I came to the company and I asked, what's the problem? Yeah. And the boss of him told me, and said, where is he working at the moment? And he was in a very northern position. She put him, yeah, because she believed, yeah, she's very northern from the direction. And this guy is the opposite. Yeah, absolutely the opposite. Mm-hmm. And a very good salesperson also, yeah, and very loyal and also very, very good at multi-level thinking and working, yeah. And I just need to ask her, okay, you know the compass, what's your preferred directions. Yeah. And she said, oh, you know, I'm northeast, yeah, and northwest. And she said, and okay, and what about him? And she said, oh, yes, he's the opposite. And I said,
Oh, no.
no. And it was so beautiful, yeah, because she was just smiling and said, oh, I think I did want to make him the same as I am.
Yeah.
What a beautiful lady, yeah, that she was so open that she could admit it. Yeah, she wanted to put him into her scheme. Yeah, and then she said, to be honest, I think another leader would be better for him, because yeah, that think about it, yeah, and it worked out so well. And
So
then
nice.
he was the absolute best salesperson, yeah, of a department. And that's also some of the magic that we are doing. If it's NLP, if it's your thinking style assessment, yeah, my compass, I think all of it is together, yeah, and that is together we evolve, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So nice. So we owe us a deeper conversation about our tools to see similarities and differences. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes we have.
How
okay.
do we amaze our viewers? What would they ask us?
Yeah,
now?
Maybe somebody wants to have a question. There is I didn't have there. Petra wrote.
Okay.
She was with us. That's beautiful. She said she needs to leave.
No
Greetings
problem.
from Portugal. Oh, thank you, Paula. Fulvia said,
That's
hola.
my grandmother.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. And Javier just made
As well.
beautiful.
That's
Just
nice.
hello, Dominic. Nice to see you. He's from Austria. He's a participant of mine. Yeah. Please ask us questions. Yeah,
Any
we are
questions, let us know.
for it. Yeah. I was so with you that I didn't even have a look.
Crazy. So nice. What do you think it's like our next steps as trainers, as a community, as we evolve world? What should we do in the next months and years to make the dream come true?
I think we are so important at the moment. We are always important. Every single person is important, yeah. But still, at the moment, I think that we can give so many people in these weird times, yeah, really crazy times, yeah, with all the fake, yeah. And I started to write a book that's called "Fuck Fake and Live Real."
Okay.
And I never finished. But still, yeah, I think that all of us, yeah, can give people kind of direction in these crazy times, because it's really not easy. Yeah, the poles drift apart more and more instead of combining it. Yeah, and like with your metaphor, yeah, with the white light, yeah, we can give the people the ability to change, to choose their perception. Yeah, to choose what am I focusing on. Yeah, also resilience. Yeah, and to stay with yourself in these crazy times, not to get infected by bad mental viruses. Yeah, and there are loads of it around. Yeah, and it's really hard to figure out what's real and what's fake. Yeah, and to give the people kind of a navigational system. I think that NLP is such a good tool also to question things, yeah, and not to be manipulated in a direction you don't want to go to, yeah. So for me, that's real NLP as we perceive it, yeah, and also with my compass or your thinking style assessment and all the other beautiful tools that are out there. I think people can align their inner compass with the outside world, yeah, and navigate better in these weird times, and that's very, very important. I think that we as an organization, as we Evolve World, we should do a public event for everybody.
Everybody.
Soon, yeah, not only for us, yeah, but because although I like it, yeah, I think we should to make sure we use the downside, yeah, and it's not the downside of the compass to make sure to have recurring events like that we meet at least once a year online, all master trainers, and also do a public event for all the audience, yeah, and share the wisdom, share the knowledge, yeah. And also I don't experience myself as a teacher, although teacher is a good connotation for me, yeah, I was a teacher too, and but we provide the nurturing field that everybody can evolve. And that's such a beautiful task, yeah, to be able to provide a nurturing field that people can evolve, or organizations even, or ideas, yeah. That's amazing, I think, yeah. And I'm so grateful to be able to contribute in this part a bit, yeah.
That's so nice.
Oh, there's a question we got.
Oh my God, I'm so nervous.
Javi, I hope I pronounce it right. What can you do to make NLP more accepted in the formal academic world?
Oh my God. Beautiful. Mm. And Yvonne, you said that in this university they wanted you to teach NLP. Here, I think we're like a few years, even decades backwards in the past from what I can see in Northern cultures. Not bad thing, just it is. Because here we have this battle between psychologists and coaches and NLPs, and I just don't stand it. Come on, we're all here to help people. We can't lose our purpose because I have one name and you have the other. So I think academic world has to do their stuff and we have to do our stuff. Like I imagine in Compass, if you're a Northern person and you have to negotiate or agree something with a Southern person, Southerns have to be more North and Northerns have to be more South. I think we have to, what you said, make us glow better, make us brighter together instead of struggling to agree. It's like, it's not professional. It's not, it goes against of what we predict, of what we do.
Yes, and I really, for example, appreciate what Carl's intention always was since I know him, yeah, that he makes these scientific studies, yeah, and really combine it, because I think NLP itself, yeah, is pretty much on the upper half of the compass, yeah. That's more of it, yeah, and like saying science is always the last step of error or something like this. That I don't get the saying right, yeah. But I think combine science, yeah, and also, and still we always will be ahead, yeah, because that in science something is
black or white.
It was already there, so it's always this gap we are in, yeah. So, and still, like that is why I'm proud that NLP at the school was taught, yeah, and now then I gave it to another NLP trainer to do it further because I didn't have the time. So that the appreciation and every single NLP trainer can live it, and the more we live it and show it to people, the better it will be. Still, of course, NLP is around there in every color of the compass, yeah. There are the red NLPers that say, just use it for their purpose, and I'm the best, and I am the center of the universe, yeah, and I know everything, yeah, and I fix you and stuff like this, yeah. And also the blue ones, yeah, that like you need to learn NLP formats by heart, yeah, and then you recite it. And also the orange, of course, that's only to success, and the green that is in the woods. And I think that a strong ethics is very important, and we need to set rules. We need to, yeah. And I think also show, because I can understand so many that are working with NLP, and some hide it. Yeah, they really hide it because they don't want to be bothered with this prejudice. Yeah.
Yes.
Like that was a very nice compliment. Yeah. Like I was in a group of people and they were complaining about NLP. Yeah. And I said, hey, come on. Why do you complain? Yeah. NLP is so bad. Yeah. And I said, what about me? I said, you are not NLP.
Come on.
Hey, come on. I'm one of the oldest trainers of NLP in Austria. Yes. And they were laughing. No, they said, no, not this kind. And so every single person that is saying NLP is not good needs to know NLP. First of all, the meta model, yeah, and ask,
Yeah.
and to question, yeah, in a way that's good. But I think that, for example, yeah, this in Austria, for example, NLP is very much a complex equivalent with the right-wing parties. And I don't like this at all, yeah. So, but it is like this, yeah.
Okay.
And because they were supposed, yeah, to use NLP, and they just did the new stupid reframing, yeah, but really in a stupid way. And still, I'm here with the ethics, and they had not at all, yeah, any connection with the big idea. They wanted to separate. They wanted to bring people apart. They wanted to raise fear. They wanted to manipulate people to be easier manipulated, yeah. And if somebody uses NLP in a way like this, kick them out, yeah. So I'm really also in my seminars, yeah. I think every single trainer of us has this task to make sure to give it to good hands, yeah. That does not need to be that the person needs to be, like in a compass, yellow or turquoise or something like this, yeah. Not at all. But has to meet the minimum criteria of respect, and also this yes to themselves, yes to others, and not manipulating in a way that it's only for their own goals, yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and I can't stand this stupid appliers of NLP. I don't even want to say that. Oh, I know exactly what you are.
Yeah.
This is, if somebody is as stupid as this, yeah, I threw them out of my seminars, and I do, yeah. And this is also why I have I don't accept people I don't know in a practitioner course, yeah. They need to have a questionnaire beforehand, and if I figure that's a person who just wants to use NLP, yeah. You don't use NLP, you live it, yeah. If use NLP to bring somebody in a direction he doesn't want himself, that's negative manipulation, and I absolutely say no to it. And this is something I think we all need to, besides to the yes to evolve, yeah, the yes to yourself, to the big idea and everything, the other part is you need to know your no clearly, yeah, and also say no to any behavior that's against it, yeah. Like and I'm so appreciative, yeah, like the many trainers I know in our group, yeah, that are clear saying no if there is a behavior of any person, yeah, that's not aligned with that's only dividing, that's raising fear, that's raising bad feelings, yeah. And the goal is very selfish, yeah. So, and they clearly saying no, yeah. That's something I really, really appreciate. And I think we are really, in these times, it's very important. Yeah. And although I said I'm an optimist, yeah, I see very clear what's not working or what's not the right correction, the right course. Yeah. And still the core of the person is holy. Yeah. The core of any asshole. Let's say it clearly. Yeah. So there are assholes. Yeah. And in any sphere. And a clear yes to behavior, or a clear no to a behavior, but still a yes to the core of the person.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. And that's also NLP axiom. So.
No, yeah, beautiful. Sorry, I agree in each word. My dear Yvonne, we're on time, so.
There's a question. Moment.
Okay, go.
Dominic, my 2-year-old is listening to you two. How can I teach him NLP?
What? I didn't get the first part. It was
my 2-year-old is listening to you. How can I teach him NLP? Oh, dear Dominic, take care. He will teach you NLP.
Yes. His core.
For sure.
Intact core.
Yes, yeah. Because, yeah. Beautiful. Fernando, what do you say?
I have no idea how to answer that question.
For me, yeah, as we grow, when we are born, we are kind of complete, we are holy, and the task of us as parents is to remain everything as sane and whole as it is from the beginning, yeah, and not to do too much damage. That's our main task, yeah. And like kids are NLPers by default. Like especially 2-year-old, it will evolve. Yeah, if Dominic have fun when he is. Gordon is here. Hi. If he's 5, yeah, because I'm. Of course, yeah. The best, and now the serious answer, Dominic, is live it. Don't teach it. Live it. And you go first, yeah. Live it, and this has advantages, but also drawbacks, yeah. Like my son also, of course, yeah. He got it, yeah. He just got it by natural modeling. Yeah. And one day a teacher called me and said, "Yvonne, your son is special. Sometimes he's talking a bit weird. And then I find myself changing my course." I asked, what did he say? Yeah. And it was like, he intuitively knew, yeah, he set up a yes. He said, "Oh, dear teacher, we are a very nice class." And she said, "Yes. Mm-hmm. And today we did this and that, and you liked it." "Yes. How about if we go outside now, we would finish the remaining tasks." She was laughing, yeah. And oh my God, yeah. And he also got me, of course, yeah. Not only once, but several times, yeah. Because he just by natural modeling, he got it. Yeah.
I think that's the main thing about raising children at this time. It's like they don't need to know NLP. It's better if us as parents or as grown-ups create a nurturing environment, so they don't need to know it. They just
there were situations where, for example, my son had problems with teachers because they were on a very different course than him. I explained him the compass in a when he was 7 or 8 or something like this, yeah. And he said, okay. So he could understand the teacher better, yeah. Because in our world, yeah, I can't exchange the teacher. He needs to deal with her, yeah. And so he better could handle his teacher. And often in coaching with kids, yeah, I unfortunately, really unfortunately, I needed to teach the kids how to deal with their teachers.
With the other side.
And Thanks to all the very good teachers outside there.
Great. Yvonne, last words for everybody that's listening out there.
I'm looking if there is big hug to both of us.
Oh.
Gordon, thank you. Embracing all of you. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
Last words that sound so dangerous.
So from now to the rest of the world of the eternity.
Last words, yeah. Please spread healthy viruses, speed, yeah, and in these crazy times, choose your perceptions and focus on everything that's raising your yes to yourself, to others, and to the big idea, the connection, and that's building the connection rather than dividing, yeah. And also never underestimate what you as a single person can do. Never ever. That's really so important to me. You are precious, you are wonderful, you are amazing, you are a wonder, a miracle. And it's not by coincidence that you are here. So so because there would have been millions of other possibilities, yeah. But you are here now on this beautiful planet, and watch out for the beauty. It's there in every single moment, yeah. And buy yourself a magnifying glass like I have. I love it to go around in the garden and look with my magnifying glass on a small beetle or a flower or something like this. Yeah, it's also to train your perception, yeah. And yeah, be gentle to yourself.
Be gentle. Acceptance. Very nice. Very nice.
And from you,
I would finish with, I love this phrase of Albert Einstein that he says that being an example is not a good way of inspiring people. Being an example is the only way that we should use of inspiring people. So I think, and I would invite everybody to say less what they are, to think less what they are, to behave more what they are, so that behaviors explain by themselves what type of people and what type of world we're building. And so happy to be here with you and to share knowledge and to be part of this evolving world that we are creating step by step.
Oh yes, we do. What wonderful words, yeah. And also a wonderful world we live in. And thank you. I would like to say thank you to Carl, Nandana, and
as well,
every single one of the master trainings that is contributing. And also, if I may, also a request for all the master trainers, because I think we could share more of our knowledge and also their inspirational quotes, yeah, just to give the people that are come to our site to every day have a positive impact, yeah.
yes.
So please join our group and or send us your quotes, yeah. I will make them in a beautiful frame, yeah, and so that we can evolve this idea more, yeah. And also for next talks, just contact us and Carl. And I'm so amazed if when we look back in, let's say, 5 years, what will we have achieved, yeah. And of course, I would love to see you, all of you, in real life,
face to face. Hug, group hug. Yes, that has to happen soon. Beautiful. So Yvonne, we close Thanking everybody, thanking Carl, thanking Revolve, thanking Master Trainers, and hope to see you back again, guys. Any questions, Facebook them, will be there.
We'll be there. Thank you so much, Fernando.
Yvonne, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.